Guys, Scotty2 Hockey here, and Montreal is in big tonight against the New York Islanders, and I have a feeling, I'll give you my prediction at the end of this game, but I have a feeling this game is going to go well for the Habs. I'm sure the very late loss in the last 3 minutes to the New York Islanders 2 games ago is fresh in their mind, and I'm sure the Habs are going to bounce back in this game. Of course, I'm going to pick Montreal to win this game. I will give you my prediction on what the score will be at the end of the video. But as for the Islanders, they got absolutely exposed in their last game by Boston. Their defense isn't as great as they make it look. Their goaltending has made them look a lot better this year than what they are. I feel the Islanders are one of those teams they need to win low-scoring games. They're not going to pan out in the playoffs. They are a good team. They are defensively inept, but their offense isn't as good as Montreal's offense. I know Montreal's scoring depth has fallen off a bit the past 10 or 15 games, but I really feel overall Montreal has better scoring depth, and their D is good enough to play with the Islanders' D for sure, and deep down I feel Price is better than both Greiss and Leonard. The numbers may not show it this year. Greiss and Leonard are both having superstar quality seasons. They're both absolutely making Lou Lamoriello and the Islanders owner and the Islanders organization in general look great, turn it around. A lot of people are saying, oh, they're a better team without Tavares. They aren't a better team. They have better goaltending, much better goaltending. You have two goalies with almost a 930 save percentage who have both played over 30 games. That right there speaks volumes for itself. Two of them, not just one of them. Two of them, and they don't even technically have a backup. Both of these guys are technically starters. They both played almost the same amount of games. So if Montreal's to win tonight, they really, really need to get out early. I'd like to see him get on New York Islanders goalie early. It took them a long time. It took a bang slap shot, I believe, at the end of the second period for them to score their only goal against the Islanders last game, and they couldn't beat Greiss with anything else. I got a feeling it's going to be Leonard in next night. Greiss played the last game against Montreal, and I believe Leonard played against Boston the other night, if I'm not mistaken, where the New York Islanders lost. Anyways, let's get into the numbers, guys. As for the Islanders, they are having a great season, 42, 24, and 7. Their last 5, they're 3-1-1. Their last game, they lost 5-0 in a brutal loss to Boston. It could have been more than 5-0. I watched the game. They were terrible. Their last 5 games, they're 3-1-1. Their power play is 15.1, 29th in the league. So they're still 29th in the league, but yet their power play is almost 4% better than Montreal's. That shows how abysmal Montreal's power play is. New York Islanders' power play is 29th in the league, and they're still got almost 4% better than Montreal. 3.4 or something like that, 3.2% better. They're 29th in the league. Their penalty kill is 51.09, 12th in the league, so they have it 81.09. 12th in the league. I was reading the wrong stat there, guys. 81.09 is their penalty kill, good for 12th in the league. Their goals for is 206. That's good for 20th in the league. They don't score a ton of goals, but they stop a ton of goals. They have 178 goals against. That's good for first in the league by a nice base. Their goaltending, Greiss is 22, 12, and 2. 5 shutouts, .928 save percentage, and 2.21 goals against. Outstanding numbers for Greiss. I know Leonard, all the way up to the All-Star break, people were saying Leonard could win the Vezina this year. It's looking to me like Greiss is pulling away as the go-to goalie and the guy who would start in the playoffs for New York Islanders. The numbers are better. The wins are better. The numbers are better. The save percentage is better, and the goals against is lower, and he has more shutouts. So you had to go with that guy over Leonard. Robin Leonard, 20, 12, and 5. 4 shutouts, .925 save percentage, and 2.27 goals against, and he was the starter at the beginning of the year for New York. So that would be crazy for a guy to have 20 wins, .925 save percentage, and 2.27 goals against, 4 shutouts, and he still isn't a starter for his team with a .925 save percentage and over 30 games played, and you're not going to start in the playoffs. That is crazy to have a backup that good. The Islanders have amazing goaltending. That I wish the Habs had 2 goalies like that. They got one that's better than both of them, but the backup. We all know what Niemi's been like lately. It has been pretty. As for the Islanders scoring leaders, Barzal, 73 games played, 17 goals, 41 assists, 58 points, and -9, 161 shots, and a 10.6 shooting percentage. And Barzal and Lee were all over the Habs last game. They ended up hooking up on the game winner. So this is a guy we want to keep off the score sheet tonight. Josh Bailey, 73 games played, 14 goals, 36 assists, 50 points, a +5. On 113 shots, he has a 12.4 shooting percentage, so he's good for their second leading scorer. Their third leading scorer, this guy played the best against the Habs last game. I believe he was first star of the game, and he had so many quality scoring attempts. He gave the Habs fits. A lot of what gave the Habs fits last game, they couldn't get their speed going against New York. New York would force a turnover every time it's in a neutral zone. They couldn't retrieve the puck. They couldn't get any kind of speed going against New York. Tonight, they need to get their speed going. They need to get in behind New York Islanders defense. Don't let the defense shut them down like they did last game. Have two guys back all the time, just waiting for your players to come up the ice. Get behind him. Get up behind him. Get some breakaways. Force them to be a turnover. Force them to put their wheels on, put their jets on, and get weak. Because last game against the Islanders, I did not like it. It was one of the worst offensive outputs I've seen of the Habs. Not even production-wise, just how they looked. Anders Lee, 73 games played, 27 goals, 20 assists, 47 points, plus 15, 194 shots, and 13.9 shooting percentage. If you hear my daughter in the background crying, we just ordered McDonald's and we told her burgers and fries were coming, and she's waiting and she's getting a bit frustrated. So if you hear a baby in the background crying, guys, I'm sorry, it's my kid. She's getting kind of antsy here waiting for them fries. Montreal, they're having a pretty good season so far, and I believe they're going to make the playoffs. I'm saying it right now. I think they're going to make the playoffs. We don't know what's going to happen. It's all going to come down to the stretch, but I really believe Montreal is going to make the playoffs. And if they win tonight and Columbus loses in regulation to Edmonton, which they probably might not, Edmonton sucks, but who knows, McDavid could help the Calgary helped Montreal out the other night. Maybe another West team in Edmonton could. If Columbus loses to Edmonton in regulation tonight and Montreal were to win this game, Montreal's right back in the playoffs and they're 1 point up on Columbus. Isn't that a good look? The Habs 38, 28, and 7, fourth in the Atlantic Division. 83 points for the Habs on the season. Their last 5 games, they're 2-3-0. Their last game, they won 3-1 against the Philadelphia Flyers in a beautiful defensive game, a beautiful goaltending game. Offense could have been better, but hey, guys, I'm not complaining. Their power play is an abysmal 11.9%. 31st in the league. They didn't have a power play last game. The refs let a lot go last game. Some people say they love games like that. Some people say they hate it. I kind of hate it because I hate seeing my team have penalties against them, like Philly coming up and tripping cocking the emmy like they did, or hauling the helmet out Folan's head. When you see that and it doesn't get called, just as a fan, it just disgusts you. 80.3 is good for the penalty kill, 18th in the league for Montreal, so the penalty kill gets better every game. Last game, they did give up a power play goal on the one penalty kill, though. Their goals for is 215, that's good for 17th in the league, and their goals against is 213. So they're almost top 10 in the league in goals against, so 11th in the league. Carey Price, I'm not naming Niemi's numbers tonight. I do not believe Niemi's going to start this game by no means. Carey Price, 30, 22, and 5. 3 shutouts, 2.54 goals against, .916 save percentage. So the goals against went down last game. The save percentage went up a point. He got another win, and he's still stuck on the 3 shutouts. He almost had 3 shutouts last game. I live streamed the game. I said I think he was going to get the shutout, and then he blew it. Talking Habs, what Rick was saying, don't say that. You might jinx him. And sure enough, as soon as I said it, what happens? Friggin' Philly scores, and that's just me putting the jinx on Price. Oh my God. Might do a period or two tonight, guys. I might live stream a period or two tonight. Let me know if you'll tune in. I don't want to do it if I can't get enough people to tune in. There's no point in talking to a phone by myself, but if you guys want to tune in, for sure, check out a period or two. If I'm going to go live, I'll let you know for sure. And I'm definitely going to do the Buffalo game. I'm going live for the Buffalo games for sure. I might do the Carolina one too, but I'm definitely going to do the Buffalo one. Montreal's leaders, Domi, 73 games played, 25 goals, 39 assists, 64 points, plus 14, 176 shots. He has a 14.2 shooting percentage. Tatar, 71 games played, 22 goals, 29 assists, 51 points, plus 18, 179 shots, 12.3 shooting percentage. Drouin, and Tatar's good for the second leading scorer. He had a point last game, so he's a point up on Drouin. Drouin, 72 games played, 17 goals, 33 assists, 50 points. He's a -4, 177 shots, 9.6% shooting. I like the way Drouin played last game. He had a really good last game, even though he wasn't on the board. He only has 4 points in his past 17 games, and 4 of them came in one game. So this guy needs to pick it up. But I have been liking what I've been seeing from Drouin lately. He's been doing really gritty. He's not scoring. He's doing other things he should be doing. He battled behind the net last game. I had nothing bad to say about the last game whatsoever. As for Montreal tonight, the way they're going to have to win this game, they're going to have to use their speed against the Islanders. The Islanders aren't the fastest team in the world. They depend to have their defense up in the other end. Every time you're coming back, they expect to have 2 men back there. They always have 2 men hanging back. If you can use your plays when the D-men do try and join the Islanders on the rush to create a turnover, get behind their defense, get some breakaways, just have their defense chasing you at certain points. Don't make it easy for them. Try and stay in the Islanders' zone. Retrieve the puck better. Every time the Islanders dump, be expecting a dump and chase style game from the Islanders. That's just how they play hockey. They dump it in, they try and get to the puck first, and they try and keep it in your zone. When they dump it in, use the body to block them from getting in the zone and get your defenders to retrieve that puck. And that's how you will beat the New York Islanders and get a couple goals early. You don't want guys like Bryce and Leonard having a solid first period, leaving the first period with the Islanders up 1-0 or a 0-0 game. You want to be up 1 or 2 goals going into the second period, take away whatever confidence you can from them goalies, and get the win. I feel the Habs will get the win tonight. I said it when I was doing my all my games left for the season 13 games ago that they had 2 games left against the Islanders. I said I think they were going to go 1-1 against the Islanders. They lost the last game to the Islanders, so I feel they're going to believe this. They're going to win this. Excuse me. I believe they're going to win this, and I believe the score is going to be 5-2 for the Montreal Canadiens, and it's going to be a solid game. I have a feeling by the time it goes to the second period, the Habs will be up 4-1. New York will score a goal, the Habs will score a goal, and it'll end up 5-2. That's the hockey, Mr. Scotty 2 Hockey's prediction for tonight's game, guys. Anyways, hopefully you liked the video. Let me know what you think about me going live. I would assume I'm going to go live for the second or third period, maybe not the first, because the wife's here tonight and she wants to spend a bit of time together, which is completely understandable, but I'm not missing my hockey game for nothing either. 9 games left, sorry babe. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Who do you think is going to win tonight? Please tell me you think the Habs are going to win tonight. Go Habs, go, baby. This is Scotty 2 Hockey. Enjoy the game, folks. Over and out.